I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep
Hello, these
Space,
readings are for those of us who are experiencing mama drama trauma, a condition in which I should say experiencing this lifetime, because it is a lifetime thing. It's not just kind of like this casual situation. Mama drama trauma, MDT. It is a condition in which the mother projects unhealed aspects of herself onto her child, causing emotional and or physical trauma in cases where she is unable, unavailable, unwilling, not ready, she's not able. Many times she's unavailable because she's transitioned, from this life. So when she's not ready to heal her own MDT, because it is a cycle, loving detachment is required in order for the child to live a happy, healthy, and whole life. So somebody's got to break the cycle, right? That is what this channel is about. That is what Great Mother speaks to with regard to the oracle deck that she channeled through me. And so she speaks to all of her children. I have just really been serving in the capacity of working with this oracle deck to help us live in loving detachment. And what is that? Loving detachment is accepting what is. And what is that Mama Drama Trauma is a soul contract that we made with our mother and with all of the main characters involved, our father, specific siblings, aunties, uncles that are involved in this drama, okay? That allows us to evolve in two things: self-love and spiritual independence. So the soul gets to a point in its experiencing and its lifetimes that it recognizes that the lack of self-love is preventing its enjoyment of life, of its full potential in experiencing life. And in order to have self-love, we have to be forced to love ourselves. And the universe is so magnificent and so wise that, of course, it's through experiencing mama drama trauma that one is forced to learn to love oneself. What could be a better teacher? It is through this experience of mama drama trauma, however, that also in the glorious beauty and just majesty, this eloquence, that we develop spiritual independence. In other words, to love ourselves truly is to connect to Great Mother Father God in the way that feels right to us. We are divine children. And the invocation for the Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck for all readers and for those of you who receive the readings is, I am a divine child of the Great Mother Father God who is dearly loved. I am a dearly loved child of the Great Mother Father God. That means anything that I experience, anything that I look upon, that I hear, that I smell, that I taste, that I touch, that touches me, that happens to me, or that I experience in any way affirms that. Get into that. It affirms that. Anything. Mama drama trauma. My mother beating me affirms that I am a dearly loved child of the Great Mother Father God. How is that? Because I know I'm a dearly loved child of the Great Mother Father God, I am never judged, condemned, or left alone. And so, if anything in my experience smacks of that, that experience is something that is telling me that I'm not in alignment with my identity. And so, I have to go within to connect with that. We hear a lot about the law of attraction and cause and effect and how we create our experience. The problem is, because we don't know that we are truly divine gods and goddesses, we talk a bunch of smack. But because we don't truly know that, we don't take responsibility for that identity. We don't fully take responsibility for it. We drop off. When it's not fun anymore, we drop off on that. That don't mean that no more. Yeah, that's what it means. We have to connect with it in order to benefit, in order to receive all the benefits of that identity. That's why the deck has gods and goddesses in it, our brothers and sisters. There are so many gods and goddesses. When I was making this deck, you see how big this book is? I have books of gods and goddesses. I mean, it's just because we all are. Okay, we all have our hero and our heroine's journey. we all do. It's just who is willing to go there is who gets remembered as an archetype. Who's willing to go there? Who's willing to do it? And that's what this deck is about. That's what these readings are about, is who amongst us is really willing to fully go there and embrace that divinity that says that if I'm experiencing this divinity as something that's telling me I am condemned, I am unworthy, I am to be shamed, I am to be blamed for something, I'm to be guilted for something, there is something within me that is creating that experience, even as a child. Because Great Mother, Father, God, they don't see us as anything other than the invocation of who we are. There is no age. There is no, all that stuff. No, you're a divine child, whether you are in embryo or the physical manifestation is a reflection of who you are and who you have created yourself to be. We are a reflection of our souls. That's why we talk about the chakras, the energy centers that are the connective tissue to the souls that we are a part of. Don't worry. We are but one skull that will soon be in the ground that our soul has had. It's just that in this one, are we going to choose to take that journey that the soul intends to take with this contract to evolve in self-love and spiritual independence? That's it. That's it. Is it an easy journey? Absolutely not. So what facilitates it is the spiritual independence, is that personal relationship with the Great Mother, Father, God, that is not about the polarity of good and bad or good and evil. There's no such thing as evil. There is ignorance of the law, okay? People either do things that are out of the flow of love and creation because they're ignorant of it. And we all have been there because we all are evolving. That's why we're never judged and condemned. How can you be judged and condemned and that's what you're here for, to evolve? Doesn't make sense. So divinity, identity is about the polarity of yin and yang energy. Great Mother, Father, God energy. So we talk about the moon, that emotional aspect. Of course, our sun sign is that ego. It is that outer expression of the soul, which in Great Mother speak is not a negative thing. The ego is necessary. It's the vehicle that the soul needs to have to be in this earthly classroom, which is a dense space. It's a very abrasive space. And so no one is denying that. Why would we? We're divine. We can handle it. If we're taught that we can't, however, it complicates things, and things have been complicated due to this ignorance, due to this perceptual evil or whatever. And now we're coming to an age where we're realizing that the true polarity has to do with energy. It's the electromagnetic field. And this is very, very exciting. And this is where the Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck enters. And so I hope that you enjoy this reading at this particular time, especially as we enter the year 2020. Moon sign people, I hope all is well with you. Want to let you know that the upcoming eclipse is in Mula Nakshatra, and of course it involves the ruler of your moon sign, the sun. It's a solar eclipse, and so you might want to check out Mula Nakshatra because you are really shining a spotlight right now, okay, on the truth, and specifically in your life. So a lot of things are coming up for you and coming up for others in your life. So just want to kind of keep that in mind for this reading. What Great Mother's saying to you is the soul work that you're doing right now, or that your soul wants to do right now, is in terms of leaving a bad situation behind. This is in terms of recognizing that at this particular time, you've done all that you can do with regard to mama drama trauma. You've done all that you can do. This might be hard for you to recognize that. What's bringing it up, though, is the law of ego, form, and manifestation, Akhenaten. You have your own spiritual understanding. This is the double yin, single yang card. Is third quarter moon, third eye. Third quarter moon is letting go of anything. And so this includes the mama, the drama, and the trauma that's keeping you from connecting with a grounded sense of self in the world, whatever's keeping you ungrounded. And so this might typically be an airy-fairy type of a message for you. But at this particular time, with so much truth, so much being, the spotlight being so strong, and particularly during this eclipse, it's coming up that it's time for you to follow your intuitive guidance on this one. Okay? What's in your shadow position is that that's where your true light is, Leo moon sign people. Your true light is in expressing your authentic self. You may feel again that you are already doing that, but you're not. You want to shine that light. This is in what you desire in your position, is to take responsibility and following that yellow brick road of your life and following that light. That's what you want to do. And you're being supported in doing that in very intuitive ways. In again, I keep on getting, you may not recognize this, but it's happening. It's happening. And so she's confirming for you some things that you've already sensed. In other words, that it's coming up for you, that your authentic self is being compromised as a result of mama drama trauma. You need to release aspects of mama drama trauma that are keeping you from acting on your intuitive guidance, whatever that might be. Your intuitive guidance might be to become a different type of lawyer than you went to school for, and that might, make you have to move away from your mother, or it might be that you don't want your mother around your kids anymore, or whatever it could be, because they're beginning to take up, certain attitudes and behaviors that that are toxic. Whatever it is for you, you're beginning to, that light, that spotlight's being shown on it, and you want to take responsibility for it. You do want to take that different class in law. You do want to whatever, and take charge of the influence in your children's life, whether it's your mom or not. And what's supporting you in doing that is Adi Shakti energy, this waning gibbous moon energy, that there's a gratitude that you are recognizing all of this, but then there's also this reluctance to follow it. This is the Twister Dream card. Dorothy was really trying to return home after she had left. Okay, isn't that what happens when we are on our road to healing mama drama trauma? We're triggered back into it, right? Out of shame, blame, and guilt. But Great Mother said, no, it's not time for you to come back home. You need to stay on this healing journey, and incarnated as the Twister and took her on her yellow brick road journey. The Take Responsibility card is the card when the Munchkins are singing, follow the yellow brick road. So that's what you want in your one position, and what's supporting you is the Twister dream. Is Great Mother sending you all this intuitive information in your dream state, in your waking dream state? You know, things are just kind of coming to you to support you in other alternative means of child care, as opposed to your mom in that example, or that are supporting you to make that shift to that law school or whatever that you're needing to make, that's going to impact your relationship with your mother in some way or another. That kind of scenario is already playing out for you. And Great Mother wants you to know that it's because your present state of ego soul alignment is the pleasure principle. You are really asserting your desires in the world right now as a result of this spotlight. You might not realize that it is shining a light on your true authentic self at this time. You have grown, you have changed, and what was your authentic self before is something different right now, and you are aligning with that. The reason why your soul wants to do this work is the law of ego guidance and guardian. You know, you're being guided, and your soul is wanting to follow this guidance. The Christ consciousness of divinity. That's what Christ came to teach, that we are divine children of the great Mother, Father, God, dearly loved, who are never judged, condemned, or left alone. There are consequences for our actions, but there's never judgment, because we are here to what? We are here to evolve. And so you are evolving from one place into another. You are regrounding yourself in a new way, in a new sense of being. And the Christ consciousness is the reason why you're doing it. You are aligning more with your divinity, and you are releasing that MDT identity. You are doing that. Now, how you are doing that, you're releasing the illusion that she'll ever change. You see it for what it is. That is something new for many of you. And Great Mother had to come through to confirm that for you, that you don't have to keep up this pretense that she's going to be something else. It's okay for you to pull the curtain. This is the card when Toto pulls the curtain and reveals that Oz is just a man. The new moon, third eye card of Maya, the illusion. And so that's how you're doing it. The spotlight is just pulling up curtains everywhere. And your reaction to it is wanting to take responsibility like the sun does, and the sun being represented by the third chakra, the gut chakra, the fire, the Agni. So you're right there with it. Your outcome, therefore, is personal power, Leo moon sign people. You're shining the light of your personal power. The Lilith card. This is waxing gibbous moon sign energy. Waxing moon sign, that building sun energy. So you're building up to the December 25th eclipse. You're building up into this Mula Nakshatra that will be eclipsed by the moon, that will allow us to see things that we have not been willing or able to see up to this time. And that is what you are doing with Great Mother right now. Thanks so much for watching, sharing, and liking, but above all and most of all, remember, Great Mother loves you, and I do too.
Great Mother speaks. I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon, Dark Matter, the Void, the Black Hole.